So I've just finished my morning workout, something I've been doing nearly every morning, which is great. And I had a fantastic session. Really did get a good sweat on, got a good pump on, and not necessarily because of the volume of the workout, but more in regards of the control of the repetition. And we call this time under tension repetitions. So today's session was very, very based on super light weights. It's not that I can actually manage I actually do anything with any heavy weights at the moment, being locked down and training at home, but I've taken the weights that I've got available to me and controlled the timing of the extension and the extensions and flexions of the muscles and the joint actions, what's going on. So what I did was basically I halved the time of every single movement that I usually do. So this morning I trained legs. I did things like my squats, like my deadlifts, my floor bridges, all this great stuff. But what I did was I half the weight of what I've been doing at the moment for my programming, and I doubled the time. So just halving the weight and doubling the time, what this is going to do is this makes you do the movement more slowly. What happens is this activates the fast twitch muscle fibers a lot more than what they used to, and more than anything, it's so much more of a shock of the nervous system, and it creates a much higher level of discipline from you doing the movement. Because when you're doing, say, a movement like the squats, and you're doing that at what would be considered as a normal kind of pace, it's a lot harder to actually keep our core and our abdominal muscles contracted properly because of the speed of the movement. Whereas when we slow this down, it's impossible to have to keep the core engaged and keep the abdominals engaged, because you're doing it so slowly. So you have to keep yourself upright. You have to take control of your vertebrae and your spine. Otherwise, you're naturally going to fall over, no matter what the weight, even if you're just doing your body weight. So I think it's great for really activating the core a lot more when you're doing time under tension reps. And it's one of those where next time you're doing an exercise, if anyone's listening to this, just say to yourself, when I'm doing this exercise, I'm going to do it half the time than I normally do, and just feel the difference. And there's a lot of benefits behind this, because doing it half the time means that the load and the stimulus within the nervous system gets activated as if it was just a heavier weight, yet you're less prone to be injuring yourself, because it's a lot less stress on the joints. You got to think, if you're picking up a squat rack, a squat barbell, and you're squatting 160 kg compared to squatting 80 kg, straight away the 160 kg is going to have so much more of a downward press on the force of gravity to your body, and so much more pressure on the knee joints, the hip joints, all the really important joints of the body, compared to something that is 80 kg, but you just control that movement a lot more. But yeah, it was a fantastic session. Feeling great today, feeling really good. And it's one of those where I don't feel like I've not had a hard session or a tough session because of the fact that I have slowed the reps down but half the way. It's about what kind of effect it has on you more than anything. There's no right or wrong way to train. It's how it activates how it activates your discipline, how it activates your cardiovascular, your respiratory system, your nervous system. So you get those feel-good hormones, and you can get that feeling of knowing that you've accomplished something and you've tested your body for the day, and you've gone out there and done out what you said you was going to do.